Today we are going to do a little bit of visual merchandising, and we're going to work on something that looks like this. So let's assume that you have an outfit and you have different types of fabrics for it, and you're trying to create some interest for that product. You have a sketch, and you have some fabric samples. This is what we're going to work on today. I'm going to provide you with all the images that you need. So if you go to Blackboard, you're going to download this image. This is going to be our background. And then we're going to use these for the fabric samples. And I will also provide you with the model. So first, go ahead and save those files on your computer. When you have file open, you may not see those images because they are in PDF format. So I'm just gonna go to my folder and open them all. You can actually select them all and say open with Photoshop. Okay, so you got them all. So you have that, and you have your background. So let's zoom out. Okay, so this is going to be our background. The pose is going to be on top, and the swatches are going to be on the side. I'll give you guys a tip. You can arrange these tabs the way you want. You can move them around. It looks just like Google Chrome tabs. You can also go to Window, click on Arrange, and then you can arrange things. Oh, I really need to change my mouse. You can arrange things vertically, so you can say 3 up horizontal, tile all vertically, 3 up stacked. You know, there are a lot of different ways you can stack them up. So let's try this. Yeah, this is how it shows you the tabs. That way you have everything showing. So what we're gonna do is first take this while you're on the pose. You know, you can drag this onto this other one. Oops, yeah, you see it just created one here. You can drag those on here, or you can just click on the layer and then go here, and it's gonna put that in here. So let's just go Window, Arrange. Okay, horizontal, we'll stack them like this. And we're gonna keep it this way. So we have this. Now that we already got everything, we don't need these two. We can get rid of them. And now we can work on this. Now with this one, I'm going to transform the image and scale. I will also flip it. You can rotate 90 degrees. If you want, you can rotate 90 degrees again. So the denim is below and the fabric for the jacket is on top. Okay, so we have that. Now I'm gonna do transform scale so that I can scale that image a little bit to fit here. All right, I think this is good. Now on the background, I don't want the colors to be so prominent. So you can either change the opacity on this, or you can do an overlay. So I'm gonna try the overlay. I'll go gradient or color overlay. Let's do a color overlay and make it a little more grayish so that it's not so visible. So I'm gonna do this. Yeah, that way it's not so prominent. So this is one thing you can do to change that background. So you're trying to create interest. This is visual merchandising. You're trying to advertise this product. So you can arrange your pictures in a different way. You can make colors pop up a little more, but you're trying to explain that the jacket is made out of this fabric, the denim is this fabric, and you're introducing your colors and your style. And you should probably put some text here to advertise. So I think the background can be done this way. So you can see that on the plaid, you see the effect and you see the color overlay. So the color overlay gives you, I selected white and it dropped the brightness of that red in there or maroon color in there. If I Command Z out of this, I'll go back. Another thing you can do is you can change the opacity. So the opacity on this layer is 100%. If you wanted to go 52%, but now you see that below this layer, there's no layer. So it's making it like the transparent background. What you can add is you can add another layer to this. And you can put it below the plaid. You can make it white. We can do that right now. So I'll just create another layer, keep it under the plaid, and then I'll go and fill this layer with white. Okay. Don't want pattern, we want the background color. Okay, so now you have white on that layer, and this is your plaid. And if you change the opacity on the plaid, wait, it was 100 before, so it was 100. Now when we change the opacity, it's going to give you the same effect. So you can do this with the color overlay instead of doing it that way. So this is what I would rather do. So we'll go, we can continue with the 100% opacity. And then we'll go back to color overlay and select. And of course, you are changing the opacity when you're doing color overlay. So you can increase or decrease this, to make that pattern less visible, more visible. So I think 46% is fine. Okay, so we have that. What else can we do here on this layer? We have our fabric, we have the model. We can just write the title. So this was called Forever Plaid. So let's just go to text. And you can just type whatever you want to type. And I'm gonna select this because I want to pick a nice color for this color. Make it a little bigger. You can change your text. You can add a stroke to our fabric patterns. And we can select a different color for that. Actually, this is probably not a good idea because these are fabric samples. Although, no, I think it's a good idea. I think we're gonna go back to that. Let's do the stroke on the fabric patterns. Okay, we'll do that. In the writing, you can make some changes. You can also put a frame over this. So if you're on top of the plaid, you can stroke that and select this color. And then you can change the size of your stroke. Okay, you can bevel and emboss this. Right, so there are a lot of things you can do with this, but that's basically what you're going to do. It's a very simple exercise. So use your creativity and put those together. I'm going to go ahead and save this now. Creating interest in layouts. And always make sure that you are saving it as a Photoshop file. And done.